Hello? How the heck are you? Um, what is today? June 28th, 2025. It is a Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. What a day. Got to sleep in today, which is nice. Caught up on my sleep. Didn't wear my watch. I should have worn it. See how much I slept, but I don't know, more than usual, which is good. And then I did a million things around the house. Holy smokes. Million things. But it was much, much, much needed. Yeah, it is. Yeah, nice. I needed to go through and do all this stuff today. Been kind of putting it on the back burner, doing little bits here and there, but just have one solid day to just go to town and get a bunch of stuff done. Yeah, nice. I need to remember not to forget trash next week. My trash can is overflowing. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of stuff done. Didn't run today. It didn't. I figured, well, one, I had a million things going on and I was super busy all day. And two, maybe it'd be best to take a day off, a little more recovery, seeing as how my legs are always just a little bit sore, like every day. So I almost went anyways, but I was like, nah, it'll be fine. I'll just take a day off. It'll be fine. So yeah, first time I haven't ran in a while. Had a lot of other stuff going on though, so it's all good. Um, what else? Heard from my ex. I think the meetup is a go at this point. Tuesday night, maybe, possibly Wednesday. Kind of depends on how her flights and all that stuff work out, but she did seem very hesitant, but I don't think the hesitancy is quite as strong as it was. So that's okay. I guess we'll see what happens. But yeah, I don't know. Just been kind of a chill day otherwise. Probably good to have one of those every once in a while, anyways. But yeah, I don't know. Look like some of my friends went to a baseball game tonight. Booze involved, of course. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really get invited to go do stuff like that from those people. I feel like I always have to hit them up. Or they'll hit me up if they need something. Kind of shady. I don't really have people hit me up to like hang out. Maybe that's not a good thing. Maybe it's about time to expand the old friend base. Or just do my own thing. I've always been pretty good about that, if I'm being honest. I still need to clean the garage. Put that on the list tomorrow. Buddy's coming over so we can try to get his boat finished up. And hopefully he'll take all of his shit with him. I have like 1.5 small block motors torn apart, like parts blown out everywhere in my garage. Kind of a mess. But get his boat done and get all that stuff sorted out, kind of go from there. I don't know. Nothing really else going on. Pretty chill day, all things considered. Just doing old man stuff. Let's see what we got here. Pretty sure we read this quote last night. If we go down into ourselves, we find that we possess exactly what we desire. Yeah, we definitely talked about that last night. Look at the list of 2 days ago. Oh, look at the list of 2 days ago. Which of these thoughts and beliefs no longer serve you? I mean, basically all of them. None of them serve any good whatsoever. They're all limiting beliefs. Regarding the law of attraction, what do you need to be to attract wealth into your life? I mean, opportunity. Opportunity is always good, but that's kind of passive. Following goals, probably the biggest one. You know, I don't have like an innate desire to be like filthy rich. I just want to like make enough to like be able to take trips every once in a while, make sure all the bills are paid, food on the table, not stress week to week. I think that's the biggest thing. Like I make enough money now, it's fine. I don't have to stress about paychecks and aggressively watch my spending. I mean, I still watch it. I mean, that's just a good habit, but I don't make enough to be like buying stupid impulsive things, but I wouldn't do that anyways. Wisdom is the daughter of experience. Yeah, I mean, I guess with experience does come wisdom because you've been there, done that kind of thing. Contemplate and write your thoughts about the following quote. It starts off light and easy to bear, yet the more you carry it with you, the heavier burden it becomes. You know, we've talked about this a little bit too. Not dealing with things in the moment, they don't disappear. Yeah, I mean, this can come on many fronts, if we're being honest, but avoiding things in the moment does not make them disappear. Um, they usually become greater, more unpredictable, and more difficult to deal with later, for sure. There's always more complications. Whether it's at a inconvenient time or they just turn into bigger problems that you got to deal with later on down the road. Like, you can't always be prepared for that kind of stuff. So just deal with it. It sucks in the moment. Just deal with it. Those who don't those who don't know must learn from those who do. Always got to have a teacher. Yep. Write down a list with at least 10 things that you own but don't actually need. What kind of need are we talking about here? We're talking about like need for survival. It's kind of a trick question, huh? Technically, I don't need a car, but I do need a car. I need a car to get to work, but I don't need a car to survive. So I guess maybe we should base this on like needs relative to my current life situation and style. What do I not need? I probably don't need 3 motorcycles. Let's be real. I don't need them, but I enjoy them and they all serve different purposes. What else do I not need? I don't know, I have a lot of extra tools, but I don't like where this is going. I feel like my life is pretty streamlined, if I'm being honest. I get rid of a lot of extras. Um, I mean, I probably don't need a crazy TV and surround sound and stuff, but I enjoy it. I don't need two smokers. I have two smokers. I did sell that amp that I had laying around because I didn't need it. But I don't know if that counts because I already got rid of it. I don't need all my dad's keepsakes. I guess technically I don't need a boat. I like it though. What else do I not need? Hmm. I mean, I guess theoretically there's a lot of stuff that I don't need, but I don't know. I feel like I try to like sell anything that I know I don't need or have a use for. Really good about that. I do have a lot of extra t-shirts. You know, whenever I go on trips or whatever, if I go somewhere cool, I always try to buy a shirt from wherever it is. And that's pretty much like the only new clothes that I get. Like I don't go to like the mall and buy shirts and stuff like that. Like I get stuff from like cool places that I've been and like events that I've been to. But yeah, otherwise like I don't buy other stuff like shirts and whatnot. But I have a lot right now. I probably need to go through them. One, two, three, four, five, six. I need four more. I have a lot of extra glassware. And you know, a lot of that stuff that I got up there, hell, some of it's like brand new in the box. It's like margarita glasses and like wine glasses and stuff like that. And I guess if I'm not gonna be drinking, I don't really need them at all. And to be quite honest, I literally use my freaking Yeti for water all the time. And then I have like a thermos type one because the water at work is horrible. So I'll fill that up too and bring it to work with me. So yeah, like all those cups that I have, like even just drinking glasses, I don't hardly ever use them. Every once in a while I will, but not very often at all. Nate Shepard. I haven't heard from him in a while. I don't need. Man, I got so many extra Harley parts in there. So many shelves and shelves of like new parts. I have a shit ton of DVDs. I don't even have a DVD player. That's insane. I just thought about that. Should probably donate those or something. One more. What else? A lot of my dad's old jackets. I really have no use for those either. I guess the reason I kept them for so long is some of them are nice, but I'll literally never wear them. I think if anything, I was going to keep. He has like an old Letterman jacket from high school or whatever. I'd probably keep that. And I think he has like a leather Harley jacket. I'd probably keep that. I could probably toss all the rest. He has like a trench coat, like fancy trench coat thing that he used to wear when he did his office job. And I don't know, just a bunch of other random jackets that I'll never wear. I should probably toss them. Write down a list of 3 things that you actually need but don't own. Um, hmm, I don't know, to be honest. There hasn't really been anything on my wish list for a while. I mean, I'd like to get a new watch, but I don't need that. Just because I'm tired of mine dying all the time. That's really all I've been thinking about. There hasn't been anything else that I've been like, we need to fix the truck, but that's different. Hmm. I don't know. Can't think of anything, if I'm being honest. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. If I think of something later, I'll add it, but I can't think of anything right now. My desire for knowledge is intermittent, but my desire to bathe my head in atmospheres unknown to my feet is perennial and constant. What do you consider your most frequent lower thoughts? I don't know what they're talking about with lower thoughts. Understand that. Sorry, I just whacked that. Let me Google this. Intrusive thoughts? Hmm. I don't know. I guess maybe they mean intrusive. Probably. Hmm. I don't know. Self doubt, probably. You know, I think sometimes I get caught up in like wondering if I made the right decision, but I think in the moment you always make the right decision for the circumstances and the time. You know, you might go back, look back in the future. Hang on, I'm gonna open this real quick. You know, you might go back, look back in the future and be like, oh man, I shouldn't have done that. But at the same time, you didn't have the perspective that you have on it then. So, in a sense, self doubt's not really a thing to be concerned with. It's still intrusive, though. Can't help it. Hmm. Yeah, probably accurate. How can you discern between your lower thoughts and higher thoughts? Oh, I'm gonna keep whacking that stupid thing. I can't lift it up any higher because it's about to hit the monitor. I think the biggest thing is I think intrusive thoughts, negative thoughts, lower thoughts, they always breed like negative feelings. Interpretations of interpretations interpreted. Write down at least 3 of your worst qualities. I think perfectionist. Um, I don't know. I'm kind of a loner. I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, I don't mind it. I don't think it's negative, but I think I don't have quite the squad that maybe I should have. Self-reliant. That's probably my worst one. I always forget about that. Man, I'm not good at asking for help. I'm really not. Try to be better about it, but I'm not very good at it. I need to get better at it. For sure. As our circle of knowledge expands, so does the circumference of darkness surrounding it. Notice that? Like, digging into all this self-discovery, self-help stuff, the more that I learn, the crazier things tend to become. It's like you learn more about yourself in a good way, but then you also learn more about the bad stuff as well. Double-edged sword for sure. Write down your thoughts about the importance of humor. Hang on, let me turn this off. Let me see if I can fix this thing. All right, hopefully that's just high enough now that I won't whack it with my hand all the time. Write down your thoughts about the importance of humor. Man, laughter is the best medicine. You know, my dad was very... He was funny as hell. I mean, he was always laughing, always having a good time. That definitely rubbed off on me. I absolutely love laughing. Yes, and, you know, I love it. Describe what kind of dating life or relationship you'd like to experience 1 year from now. Um, Healthy, mutual respect, common goals, being a team, supportive. That'd be solid. Only in the agony of parting do we look into the depths of love. Yeah. Write down 3 things you would like to experience this week. What are they talking about? Laughter, peace, and what else? I'm trying to think of something that would be like meaningful, you know? Um, Relaxation. I like that. We are what we pretend to be, so we must be careful about what we pretend to be. That ties directly into that authentic that I was talking about. You know, not living authentically, you're basically playing a character. And if you're not being true to yourself, you're not being true to everyone else either. And eventually, you're going to get tired of that. So you're going to break. What made you feel anxious today and why? Um, I don't know. I got kind of anxious about not running. You know, I was because like I said, you know, initially I did all this for like the mental health benefits of it, and it works wonders for that. And I was kind of worried. I was like, man, if I don't run, hopefully I don't feel like crap. Or hopefully like I don't feel overwhelmed or whatever, you know? I was associating negative feelings with not running and positive feelings with running. Didn't used to be like that. Yeah, luckily, not running like I didn't have like some crazy panic attack or anything like that, which generally don't. But it was good because I think my body needed that time to like recover and whatnot. So yeah, it was fine. I don't want to be making a habit out of it or anything by any means, but I think I definitely needed at least one day off. So yeah, that's fine. It's hard to do now that I'm like so in the zone and I've been so consistent with it and it's like just part of my routine now. It's hard to not do it. But it actually took discipline to not do it, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, everything is fine. I'm sure I'll feel even better tomorrow, so that'll be good. It had long since come to my attention that people of accomplishment rarely sat back and let things happen to them. They went out and happened to things. Yeah, I'm learning that. You know, I've always been kind of in the other boat. Things would kind of just fall into my lap or whatever. But yeah, changing that. We're grabbing hold of this wheel and we're driving this bus. Full send. What do you consider feminine qualities? Caring, flexible, nurturing, attentive, soft. Not like not like soft skin, but like like a soft person that can like handle a child or like a little baby cat or whatever. Loving. Yeah, pretty solid. Describe your desired financial situation 1 year from now. I mean, less debt is always a plus. I don't really know otherwise. I mean, kind of the game plan right now is to just get the house paid off. So, oh god, there's my cat. Yeah, I mean, just less debt. Be nice. Make a little bit more money, especially if I'm going to stay where I'm at. I've heard this one before. A man is a success if he gets up in the morning and gets to bed at night, and in between he does what he wants to do. Man, I don't remember when I heard that the first time, but it had to have been 20 years ago or something. And it's always stuck with me because I think that's a pretty good motto. I think that's what success is to me. It's like, just being able to do what you want to do. You don't want to be a slave to the man. You don't want to be a slave to the banks. Like you just want to be able to do whatever it is you want to do, you know? Write down 3 simple things you can do to practice patience. Um, Dealing with idiot drivers. Um, Not over explaining. Because that means you got to be patient with yourself because you're trying to like get something right now. What else? Being present, not over analyzing. People really People rarely succeed unless they have fun in what they are doing. Yeah, that's true. 100%. If you don't like what you're doing, you're not going to want to do it. So the chances of success are absent for sure. Write down one destructive pattern that is playing out in your life over and over again. Um, I don't really know right now. I feel like I've addressed so many things. Maybe my lack of motivation at work sometimes. I think that kind of plays into the quote that we just read. People rarely succeed unless they're having fun with what they're doing. And you know, some days I'm just not having fun at all. Like some of that stuff I just have no desire to be messing with whatsoever. So it makes it tough. Man. How would you like to challenge yourself today? Um Today's my day off. I'm sticking to it. I already did quite a bit. You know, I already got a bunch of stuff done around the house and took care of some stuff that around here that needed to be done ages ago. Um, the house looks incredible right now. I'm so pumped. And plus, it's almost the end of the day. We'll pick something up tomorrow. Maybe I'll put tomorrow. Um, 4 miles. All under 14 minutes. I like that. We'll do that tomorrow. Fortune sides with him who dares. I hope that's the case. Going out of your comfort zone, pushing yourself. I mean, I guess it already has in a way. You know, none of this stuff that I've been doing has been easy whatsoever. It's taken an immense amount of discipline and commitment and breaking age old habits. It's kind of weird to think about how many things I've changed just in the past like 3 or 4 months. It's a lot. Like a lot. But I guess I was at the mindset that like, well, I'm already going through something that sucks. I'm already dealing with hard things. I might as well just stack a couple more on there. It can't make it that much worse. It's like it already sucks. It can't make it suck twice as bad. And to be honest, it really didn't. But I think, hang on, I do think maybe taking on so much change at one time probably brought me to depths that I've never experienced before. So it did make it worse, but on the same front, I was dealing with it in the moment and being proactive, dealing with the struggles. And it didn't last forever. It sucked for a while, but it was okay. Yeah, it's okay. Write down at least 2 experiences where fortune sided with you. I mean, kind of, I guess, what we were just talking about. I still just cannot get over. Man, it's almost midnight. How much more like motivation and drive I have. It's so crazy to think. I don't know if, man, alcohol is dangerous. It will literally suck the life out of you. It is fucking crazy. Excuse my French. Yeah, good shit. If you could simultaneously live one other life, what kind of life would it be? You know, I think probably the biggest thing would be one that prioritizes like a vision, having direction much earlier than when I found it. But then again, let's say I would have hopped on this hardcore train when I was 25, 15 years ago, instead of now. Literally, I would not have seen. That was like the bulk of all my travels, the bulk of all my trips was that 15 years. So I would have been a much, much, much different person. Much different. Yeah. It's weird to think about. Yeah, because before that, I hadn't really gone on any cool trips or traveled by myself or anything like that. So I don't know. Give and take. Hell, if I would have done that, maybe I would have been an old, miserable, divorced guy that was bitter at the world instead of where I am now. Never know. Accepting oneself does not preclude an attempt to become better. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, you got to accept yourself as you are before you can even think about making any changes. If you can't accept your flaws, you ignore them, you can't come to terms with yourself, then there's no way to get better, period. I mean, point blank, you'd be like, okay, I suck at this. I realize I suck at this. I don't want to suck at this. So let's change that. We have to accept it first. Um, what one small action can you take today to improve your love or dating life? Being authentic. That's the only way. The moment you stop being authentic, you're putting on a play. You're trying to wrangle someone, you're trying to swindle them into whatever. Man, then they don't really know you, if that makes sense. You just got to be yourself. The more you can be yourself every day, the easier to be. Yeah. Okay. It's about midnight. It's been a long day. I got stuff I got to do tomorrow. So I think on that front, we're going to call it. I got boat stuff to do tomorrow. See if I can get the garage done. How long this boat stuff takes. And to be honest, I think it's going to be really hot tomorrow. So I might not get to it. At least some of it will get done. So we'll give it a whirl. But until then, Derek out. Don't forget. Love you.